Hey guys, today's video is all about building a bath bomb business. And if you're thinking about doing the same thing yourself, or you're already doing it and you have some questions, then this is the video for you, so keep watching. Before you even think about building a business, you have to learn how to make a bath bomb. And the reason is because every business has a subject matter expert, and if you are the only person that is in your company, that subject matter expert is you. So during that whole discovery and learning phase, you should be building your skills and gathering all of the answers that you are going to need, because once you launch your business, your customers are going to ask you a lot of questions that they will be expecting you to know the answers to. Making bath bombs is tough. There are so many things that can affect your bath bomb batch, which is why it's so important to figure out whether or not this bath bomb making thing is even for you. For me, I went through so many failed batches before I got to a good bath bomb recipe, and even then I tweaked that recipe for it to become my own. And it was during that whole fail phase that I was learning about the art of making bath bombs and learning what each ingredient actually does to the bath bomb. But if you want to jump to the part where you have a really great recipe, I have a Patreon full of amazing bath bomb recipes that you can check out in the link below. And I also have so many YouTube videos of tons of different bath bombs that I've made that you can go check out, a whole playlist on how to make bath bombs right up here. So go ahead and click that if you want to learn a little bit more about making bath bombs without having to waste all the ingredients like I did. Once you move your bath bomb making from a hobby to a business, then you're going to need the right suppliers in order to be able to make a profit from this whole thing. And if you're buying your supplies from Amazon in really small amounts, then that probably won't make sense from a business standpoint moving forward. I'm from Canada, so I really like to get my supplies from Windy Point Soap Supplies, Fizz Fairy, New Directions Aromatics. All these places sell soap supplies and bath bomb making supplies in big enough bulk so that I'm able to get that price point really down, so that when I price my products retail, it's actually going to make me profit back, which is the whole point of starting a business, right? To make money. But I'm not just talking about suppliers for your bath bomb ingredients, I'm also talking about suppliers for shipping. I get a lot of my shipping boxes from Staples, from Uline, but also suppliers for your packaging, like this video sponsor, Online Labels. Online Labels has been my go-to when it comes to my product labels ever since I started my business. They have a huge variety of labels that are compatible with either inkjets or lasers. They have all different types of finishes, from matte to glossy. And the best part is that they have a whole range of sizes of labels that will definitely fit whatever product you have in mind. But more on Online Labels in the later part of this video when I talk about product packaging. Knowing what everything costs and writing down all of your expenses is such an important part of your business, because that is the only way you will truly know how much money your business is actually making, if anything at all. A general guideline when it comes to pricing your products is 4 times the cost of whatever you've made, and that'll include all of your bath bomb ingredients, it'll include all your bath bomb packaging, and it will also include any shipping costs as well as taxes. And all of those things add up, so make sure that you're tracking every single little thing so that you know that you're pricing your products for profit. The next thing you'll need to do is to find out who your target customer is. And the more specific you are about your target customer, the better. It is much more advantageous to you as a company to be selling to a very specific type of customer as opposed to trying to sell to everybody. And it is so worth it to take the time to do this, because it'll make all of your other business decisions so much easier and faster. And you're gonna be so busy as a business owner that anything you can do to make this decision-making process quicker and easy for you, the better. Now that you've decided your target customer, you have to put in the work to decide on a company name. And this is where a lot of us get stuck. Of course, your target customer is going to somewhat inform you about the direction you're gonna go when it comes to a company name, but there are some general practices that you can keep in mind no matter who your target customer is. It is always a good idea to keep your company name short and 1 to 2 syllables, 3 max. 3, you're pushing it. And the reason why you want to keep it short is because that will free up a lot of space on your labels. It will also make your company more memorable. And that is what we are trying to do with our business, is to make our business stand out and be memorable. And when you're thinking about a company name, don't just think about how that company name is going to look on your products, Think about how that company name is going to look on t-shirts, on hats, on a banner, on business cards. You also want to think about whether or not any of the words you're going to use for your business has any association with certain terms or phrases that you might not want your company to be associated with. The English language is super nuanced, so it's definitely worth taking the time to think about whether or not these words might be associated with something else. And one last quick tip about company names: if you use certain letters, it also helps to make your company name stand out more and be more memorable. Letters like Q, K, S, T. And the last consideration about your company name is whether or not someone already has that name. And you can easily figure that out by typing that name in Google, seeing what pops up. You definitely want to check on Instagram and TikTok to see if that company name is chosen. And not just companies in your niche, you want to see what other companies for different products that word might be associated with. Again, it's all about what your company name brings to the minds of people when they see it. So try to be as unique as possible. And again, that helps with making your company name memorable. Speaking of social media, you gotta do it if you have a small business. Trust me, I know I hate it. I don't like Instagram, I don't like TikTok, and it'll be one of the first things I relegate to someone else if I ever end up hiring more people into my company. But it's a necessary evil because no one will know about your company other than you unless you do it. So the second you start to think, hey, maybe I can make a business out of this, start documenting your journey even before you've launched. And that way, by the time you do launch, you would have built up a little bit of an audience, and you would already have built up this whole archive of your journey so that people can see you as someone who's knowledgeable and someone who has created something and they were a part of that. And that is a cool thing for people to feel, and a huge way to convert those followers into fans and into customers. In addition to grabbing your company name on TikTok and Instagram, you'll want to also purchase the website URL of your company name, because that is super important. When it comes to building a small business, a really great idea is creating a website either on Shopify, where I have a website, or creating an Etsy shop, which is a fantastic place if you are starting from the ground up. Even though having a website and an Etsy is a lot of upkeep and maintenance, I think it's worth getting those few extra sales from Etsy that I would not have gotten through my website. And for both your Shopify website and your Etsy shop, you're going to need photos of your products. And the way I take my photos is through a DSLR. And that's what I encourage to other business owners if they want to be able to convert people who are viewing their products on a website into customers. I think a DSLR camera really brings out the beauty of handmade bath and body products. Some people feel that an iPhone is sufficient, and I have a video right here where I've compared using both an iPhone and a DSLR. I personally think that the DSLR takes better pictures, but that is highly debated. I don't know. So you now have your Shopify site and your Etsy shop, and you have been posting on your social media, and you are ready to launch. Before you actually launch, now you want to take that business and make it official with whatever state, province, or country that you live in. And that is specific to whatever country that you're in. So in Canada, I have to register my business through my province in Alberta. That's what we've done. But not only do I have to register my business through the province, but I also have to submit every single one of my recipes of the products that I'm selling to Health Canada. That whole process is called submitting a CNF form, because the products that I sell are considered cosmetics in Canada. And through this process, my recipes are assessed and I get a response back where Health Canada essentially okays my ingredients and my recipes, or they have corrections as to what the ingredients should say. Because another step with Health Canada is labeling my products using proper INCI names for all of my ingredients. So make sure that you are doing that research and obtaining any permits that you need, any licenses that you need. You've gone through all this trouble to create a business. You definitely should be treating your business like an actual official business. And also make sure that you grab an email address for your business. I get a free one through Gmail. So it's basically mybusiness@gmail.com. You want an email address your customers can send you any inquiries, an email address that you can use to contact vendors if you want to sell in person at events, wholesale customers, that's separate from your personal email address because you want it all in one place and easy to find. Enough with the boring stuff. Let me show you how I package my bath bombs. So here are my adorable bath bears. And with all of my bath bombs, I like to wrap them in a biodegradable film to protect them. And in order to get all of my information on these bath bombs, I normally wrap a band around these guys with the name of the bath bomb, with the ingredients, with my company name, and this is how they are shipped. But when it comes to these bath bears, because they are so adorable, I thought that a really cute packaging idea would be to put them in these boxes here that I make using my Cricut. And these boxes have a cute little handle in the top, and they have a nice little peek hole that the bears can look out of when they're in the box. So what I'll do is I will add a little bit of glue to the bottom of this box so that the bear stays in place, and I use a two-sided glue for that. So I'm going to show you quickly how I do that. I add some glue to the bottom, and these bath bears are flat in the bottom so that they don't roll, which is great. When I stick the bath bear in, I give it a little bit of a press down, and that way it doesn't move too much, and their little faces stay looking out of the window, which is super cute. So to finish off these boxes, I will bend this forward. Yeah, this one goes first. This goes up on top. And then this guy goes over the top of there. And there's a little slit over here that this tab goes into to seal the box in. So the bear in this box as it is looks pretty cute, but it's not done yet. This is where the magic of labels comes in to really complete this box so that I can brand it with my company name, information, and all of that. So I'll show you how I do that right now. I have so many different labels from Online Labels. I use all kinds of sizes. Sometimes I use the white gloss for laser. Sometimes I use the clear gloss for laser. Sometimes they are in a square shape. And sometimes they're in a cool little circle shape. And even have stickers for lip balms. They have a little tab that shows whether or not the cap has been tampered with, which is why I really like these stickers for lip balms. But the labels that I'm using for these bath bear boxes are these ones. These white gloss for laser labels that are 0.5 by 2 inches in shape, and that is a very specific label size, and I'll show you why that size is so important. So here's Maestro, Online Labels' design program you get a year-long access to when you buy their labels. You get a code with each order. And you can see how easily I can add my saved label designs to this template. There are 65 labels on this label sheet, meaning you can technically put 65 different designs on this label sheet. Each color represents a different design. Once I have all of my labels that I need on there, I simply click the Print Labels button, which downloads a PDF version of my labels. This is what I send to my printer to print. So here are my printed labels. These will transform the box that this guy is in. So let me show you the difference. So after I print them out, I peel the label off. And remember, these are the 0.5 by 2 inch size. And the reason why I specifically asked for that size of label is because they fit the length of this box perfectly. And it also fits this tiny space here between the cutout and the edge of the box. So I'm just gonna put it right on top of there, and I'm gonna put the bottom one down here, and that's the face of it. And I like this sticker to go on the top over here, like that. Now, I use another size label. I use a 2 inch by 2 inch white gloss for laser on this side for a little sticker of my logo, and then the back I put the ingredients, which I'll show you in a bit. So these are my ingredient labels. So there's that on that side, and then on the back is where I put my ingredients. And there you go. Look at what a difference those labels made to this box. And look at the adorable handle. on top.
Cute.
You can see how branding and packaging plays a huge role when trying to sell bath bombs. Cutting machines like the Cricut can really expand your creative options when it comes to boxing bath bombs, and I know how it's faster to order these from a supplier, but I really wanted to experiment with different box sizes and shapes first. Box suppliers often require you to order thousands of units, and I really wanted to nail down what I wanted before making such a huge investment. I'm early in my bath bomb box development, so I'm excited to make more, but the cool thing about online labels is that I can play around with the text and images that I want on my boxes with the endless variety of label sizes and shapes. This looks pretty impressive online, but where these boxes truly shine is when I sell them in person, which is another big part of starting a bath bomb business. Getting your products in front of a local customer base is hugely beneficial in getting your bath bomb business off the ground. A great way to meet your local customer base is to participate in any vendor shows or farmers markets. And you can find out about them through Facebook groups. I'm in a bunch of them. I was in a bunch of them in Ontario. Both Kayla and I have joined them here in Alberta. And once you go to one, then that's when you can start networking with other vendors to see where else people are selling their products in person. Selling in person was the change my business needed in order to take it from beginner stuff to next level stuff, because I got to see in real time what people liked and what they didn't like. And it's that local customer base that I really wanted to cater to. That kind of real time feedback is so important in a business. So that's definitely how I was able to grow and improve as a business owner, and how I was able to improve my products over time. These in-person shows is also where I was able to meet a lot of my wholesale customers who wanted my products in their shops. I know it can be really scary to put yourself out there, and the vending world is a whole other world. I have a whole playlist on farmers markets and selling in person, but it's definitely something that helps you grow so much as a business owner, and I would encourage anyone who is thinking of starting a bath bomb business to move in that direction, to sell their products in person, get their stuff in front of real people. So that is everything that I have today. I really hope you guys like this kind of video. I know so many of you that are watching me are thinking about doing this yourself, and it can be such a scary journey, and you are definitely entering a world that is full of unknowns, especially in this climate. But the one thing I want you guys to walk away from, if you take one thing away from this video, is that making bath bombs is so fun, and making a business around it will only work if you love making bath bombs. So get out there, make some bath bombs, get passionate about what you're doing, because it's that passion that is so infectious and will make people want to buy your products because you are just so excited about them, and that will rub off on other people. Thank you again to Online Labels for sponsoring this video. If you want to check them out, there is a link down below. I absolutely adore their labels. They are the only labels that I will use, and I highly recommend them to anybody who want to create a professional, beautiful product that they can sell in person as well as online. And I mentioned that the core of a good bath bomb business is a great bath bomb recipe. If you want to check out mine, I have a ton of them on my Patreon. There's a link in my description box. I have tons of bath bomb making videos. You can go ahead and check that out. Speaking of my Patreon, thank you so much to my patrons who have chosen to support me, especially my Bubble BFFs. Your generosity is so amazing, and I love hearing your stories, getting your questions, getting your feedback. All of you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. Keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful things like building a bath bomb business. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.